Welcome to Hummingbird Fiber Arts. I'm Birdie. My oldest requested a waspie the other day, and our favorite designer had one in her size available on Patreon. So I decided to do a video on which parts of corsetry you can skip and which parts you absolutely cannot. If you've done a Big Four costume corset pattern using their recommended supplies, you've probably noticed that you ended up with something a little better than a box store Halloween costume. The two key factors that really make or break a corset are the strength layer and the boning. The strength layer is what keeps your corset from stretching out of shape. If you're lucky enough to find the perfect fashion fabric in leather or denim, yay, problem solved. But if all you can find in the right pattern is the flimsiest metallic spandex, you're really going to want to invest in a yard of twill. Denim is usually the best strength for the price. Most store-bought boned garments use plastic boning. Most fabric stores only carry plastic boning. Most of us can attest to how badly plastic boning holds up. I bought a coil of spiral steel boning from a corsetry supply place, and it's definitely worth the investment. The other thing I want to note is that you really need a pair of these for cutting the boning. I have tried several things from tin snips to wire cutters, and these really are the best for the job. They'll even shape the ends so that they don't poke you. Some of the other tips in this video are just things I encountered in this project and may not apply to every corset. I do hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Place the pattern pieces on the strength layer. Pin. Cut. Mark waistline and boning channels. Mark eyelet placement. Repeat for lining. Tidy up the fluff. Repeat for fashion fabric. Sew center front boning channels. Check fit. Pin all the vertical seams. Just keep pinning. And more pinning. Sew the strength layer seams. Sew the fashion seams. Sew the lining seams. Press all the seams. Trim strength layer seams to reduce bulk. Adjust needle position, sew boning channels. Place fashion fabric on strength layer. Pin lining on right sides together. Sew back edge seams. Trim back edge seam allowances. Press. Pin bottom edge matching seams. Baste bottom edge. Sew on one edge of binding. Press, fold, and pin binding in place. Hand stitch binding to lining. Press binding. I added interfacing to reinforce the eyelets. Trim top edge. Cut boning to fit each channel. Pin top binding in place. Use pins to hold boning in place. Very carefully sew above the pins. Trim again, fold and pin binding. Hand stitch binding to lining. Set eyelets. Enjoy!